Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bad Thoughts Podcast. Today, we got Zach coming back for the second episode. What's going on, Zach? What up, baby?
Not much. Just hanging out in Mexico, fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. Dude, when I called you the other day and you told me that you were starting on Saturday, totally fucking forgot. And then all of a sudden, you were like posting stuff on your Instagram. I was like, fuck, I missed it. How was that? How was that outing? You did good?
Yeah, I did. So I struck out more guys, but I threw more pitches. Like my first outing, I didn't strike out anybody, but barely threw any pitches and went like 4 innings. And I was like, dang, you always want to strike out more guys, but you're like, well, I went deep. I threw 4 innings. I didn't throw many pitches, and then so then I was kind of more focused on striking out people. When I struck out more people, but only went 3 innings because I threw more pitches. It's like a give and a take. Okay. But no, it went well. I didn't feel as good, but I had a better, I guess, outcome in a way. So it happens. Like
that's what's up.
The numbers look better, even though I felt better in the other one.
Are you on a pitch count?
Not really. They're just kind of like trying to manage it to like build it up the right way since we start in like a week. So they didn't want me to throw that many because this week they want me to throw like 5 innings, which
your season hasn't started yet, has it?
No, we were in like spring training.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna get all into you in Mexico in a little bit. Just want to introduce everyone else. What up, X? Glad to have you back, bro. Too, bro.
Thanks,
How'd we get him on? How'd you get him?
I was kind of forced to be here, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. By the way, I forgot to tell Kenny that you were coming too.
I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it.
I know.
You got out of cleaning duty. I got him out of cleaning duties.
Yeah.
I got a little call from Mexico.
There you go.
I got the threat from the cartel.
Shout out to Marissa for letting X join. Appreciate it, Marissa.
She's gonna let you know tomorrow.
I know. What up, Candid? What up, baby?
Yo.
How's work, bro?
Long.
Yeah.
Easy. Boring.
You say you got oh no, that was last week. You have Saturday or Friday off? Was that last week?
I always have Friday off, but I don't have Friday off this week.
Oh, that's okay. That's what it was. Yeah, bro.
Friday off. Gonna miss WrestleMania, dude.
Oh shit. Hey, that's a great way to start this off. We all watched wrestling when we were younger, correct? What like
I did because he did, but once he stopped watching, I just never paid attention. I'm more into it now because Nelson watches it.
And so is he. He was literally telling me about a freaking title fight the other day. I was like, who the fuck is that?
It's so confusing now.
It is.
Dude, yes.
I'm trying so hard to jump into it because it's actually pretty entertaining still. It's not like what it was, but the storylines are still pretty cool and like super entwined.
I feel like they're even like more in depth. Like I went to one like in 2020 and I was so confused. I went to one in Arizona and there was just so many different characters, so many different like it looked like it was the dudes were way bigger. They had I feel like what did they have? Way more I feel like it grew like ethnically too. There's way different type like you have the Tongans, you have this, all kinds of different like avenues that they have now. Which was
a lot more females too.
A lot more females.
Yeah.
And they give the females like their own shine and their own shows, which is really cool.
But nothing beats like The Rock and Stone Cold.
Nah.
Bro,
by the way, did you guys see that video of The Rock when they pretty much were like cut? They told him cut, and then he was still in character, like beat. I forgot the dude he was like beaten, but he was like pretty much to the director or whoever he was. He was like, no,
Cody
fuck
Rhodes.
that. Yeah, Cody Rhodes. There you go. He was like, fuck that. I'm not stopping. I mean, like he was in character. He couldn't stop being in character. Just
what happened?
Like recently on WWE or whatever it is called.
Yeah, this was like a couple days ago, I think.
Really?
And you hear what they did about it though?
No, what happened?
So if I'm right, all you fucking creeps out there are gonna probably bash me, but whatever, fuck you. So supposedly now, the two people that are supposed to be fighting in WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, they're supposed to fight in for the belt. But since the Rock thing happened, now the Rock is joining with Roman Reigns, and they're going to do a tag team match versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. And then the winner of that, I guess, gets the belt.
Which is funny because I found out about that as well because Cody Rhodes started shit with Roman Reigns and was talking shit about his family, which Roman Reigns' family is the Rock's family because they're related. So
they're
the
all
Rock was
fucking
like,
related, dude.
Yeah, the Rock was like, you talk shit about his family, you're talking shit about my family, so now I have a personal stake in it.
That's crazy. Yeah, that shit was crazy to watch because like you hear him say, "All right, cut," and then he pretty much was like cussing at the director, like "fuck that," and then he hit him with a belt 2 more times, bro. And what was cool about it? What was the dude's name again?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. He was in character still. Like he was still in character, bro.
Then they probably planned it. They probably were like, "Cut."
It didn't look like it.
Can you pull up the video?
Yeah, I can pull up the video. Yeah,
it's kind of it. And see, I thought the same thing, and then I started noticing like, dude was fucking hitting him, and there was blood.
That's ketchup. They slipped the packets. You know this.
You know, I always to this day I still watch and like when the ref gets in close, I'm like, oh, he's handing him something. Where's the razor blades?
I remember I forget where I was playing, and I met a dude that like his son was coming to the games, and I was nice to his son. So like he came to an event when I was playing somewhere. It was like a meet and greet thing, and we started talking, and he was like, I asked him like what he did. He was a big ass dude, and he's like, oh, I'm a professional wrestler. Like I'm kind of in like the minor leagues of it, like you are. He's like, I'm trying to get a contract with, you know, WWE and all this stuff. And I was like, so I had a million questions. I was like, oh, I used to watch it. Asked him this. He's like, it's all completely scripted. He's like, every move. He's like, you'll train the week before the fight and make sure you guys are dialed in. They hand you this, they hand you that. And I was like, it was like he ruined my childhood. I was like, all of it. I was like, none of it's like, I was like, dang.
It's still like from that aspect, yeah, it sucks. But watching him and actually how like athletic these people are, it's fucking wild, and how dialed in they are all together.
Yeah, you have to be fucking like in shape.
He said it's so hard to get into because like, dude, it almost sounds like the P. Diddy Hollywood stuff now. Like you have to like, you have to get in to get in.
All right, so this is the video of The Rock when after he said cut.
Clear, you stay down. Fuck that. Clear, guys. Fuck that. You shut your mouth. Clear my ass. How did that feel? Did that feel good? What, just because the show's over, that doesn't mean that the shit stops. The Rock doesn't give a fuck. You should cry. You should cry, boy. Look at that blood. Now, look at this blood. Yes. Yes. What? Show is over and then it stops? Fuck that. Your script? Fuck that. God. This is what happens, boy, when you fuck with the final. Come in here, cameraman. Look at that face. Huh? Now, Mama Rose. Mama Rose. This is for you. That's for you. I'll see you at WrestleMania.
Like, dude, like,
fuck him.
I got it.
They don't swear though, so I think that's like the one thing that's keeping me from thinking it.
I think they're just trying to build a bigger WrestleMania. Like, oh, look at this got kind of leaked. But dude, when someone hits you, like, I mean, I didn't see what happened before for him to be on the ground. But like the belt slap with like the loud scream, I don't think you're gonna scream. And if anything, you're getting up trying to fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like he's just like, it's like when, you know, sometimes they do a finishing move and they get up right away. You're like, oh, sometimes it knocks them out completely. What? You did this one different?
So do you think it's though that like Tony was saying earlier, that Cody Rhodes was like, fuck, okay, I just need to be in character
yeah,
and see how this goes.
I think they were doing it the whole time, no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think even cameras in on it. Like,
I think it was just weird because we never seen and especially when he said fuck the script, like obviously that's something you shouldn't say during like a live event is fuck the script. So when he said that was the only thing.
Yeah, that's true. But I think they know that so many people know.
Yeah.
And like now you're way more inclined to watch wrestling.
And guess what? What the fuck are we talking about right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm ready for it. Like I said, I'm just recently getting back into the world, and it's interesting, man. And some of the fucking shit these people are doing. I watched this guy do like, I don't know what they call it. It was a backflip off the top rope, like into like off the fucking out of the thing onto this dude. And I don't know. I can't do that shit. And he was floating there for like 40 minutes. It's crazy. He's like,
there's actually an ex wrestler on my team. I forgot to
No
tell
shit.
you.
Like a luchador?
Like a famous wrestler.
No
Really?
shit.
Yeah.
Can you name drop or
You're gonna have to look him up, his real name, and then pull him up. So
I'm ready.
His wrestling name is Jeff Hardy.
No.
Jeff Hardy?
No way.
Now Google the guy on my team, Zach Phillips.
Okay.
And pull him up.
It's spelled the K, right? Not like you.
Yeah. Spell with K. I'm trying to do like
is yours an H?
I think it's K.
Mexican American baseball player. Okay. I see it.
Oh my god.
I see it. I'll see
gotta put it on the screen.
So this is Jeff Hardy. I mean, we all kind of know what Jeff Hardy looks like.
Dude, Jeff Hardy was one of my favorites.
Yeah, he was.
So when I saw him in the locker room, I was pumped.
I guess this is like a.
That's probably like the best one.
Yeah, there's like not really good pictures of him, and then we'll go. Zach.
What is that? His mugshot right there? Holy shit!
That's him. That's
holy shit,
bro,
dude.
You should see this guy walk to the field. Like he comes into the locker room with a cut off, the hair up. Like this look like resembles it. When you see him in person, I'm like, dude, it's him.
It's him.
Hey, I tell him that every day, and he's just like,
hey, when he gets called in from the bullpen, it should have a Jeff Hardy song come on.
Walk up,
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, bro.
How many people on your team are from that played already in the majors?
There's a handful. I mean,
it's usually a good mixture.
Yeah, there's usually a good mixture. I mean, same with the other team. The other teams have probably just as many now that they like kind of changed the rule. But like, what was it last? No, it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago we had Pablo Sandoval.
Shit, he might be coming back because he's not with anybody right now.
He's gonna go to the Giants, right?
No, he just retired.
I think he just retired yeah.
I heard he came in. He's gonna go play for the Sacramento Giants.
Nah, he had one base hit and then they took him out and
and I thought that was like this. Yeah.
So what he said is that he's gonna retire from the MLB because he's probably not gonna make it anymore. He's 37 years old.
Okay, so he's gonna play
not Giant. Was the River Cats?
Yeah. Which is funny because I don't know if you guys been hearing, but the A's were talking about moving to SAC and then moving into the River Cats Stadium.
Bro, I'm so fucking irritated with the A's, bro. God,
that was a conversation. It was between that, and like Utah and Vegas. But Vegas pretty much said yeah, we're not ready for you guys right now.
Oh yeah, they want to go somewhere for a year or two or something, right?
Yeah.
Zach, let me ask you this, bro.
You're right. Sorry, as of an hour ago, Oakland Athletics announced temporary residency in Sacramento.
There you go.
That's
holy shit.
The A's just need to sell the fucking team, dude. Sell the team.
Do. It's really bad.
I don't even. Okay, Ruiz, what was his name? Ruiz, I think his name is.
That's the Yuri Ruiz.
Yeah,
they put him down.
AAA for one of the best players we have on the fucking team because
Your best player.
Because he wore a fucking wristband of protest. Like, you're a fucking clown. And then
I think that's not the only reason I would say.
Dude, he went 3 for 5, and then they sent him down.
All right, but last year was his first year.
It was his rookie year.
Yeah.
And then he started off 3 for 5, and then sent him down 2 games in.
So this is one of the things that a lot of people don't get to see or hear about, but they do it all the time. It's called clock manipulation.
Okay.
So with guys like him, when you see a team like the A's or Colorado, like normally they would never even bring him up. The only thing that they could kind of do is like, oh, he's got good trade value. But like when you see a team like how the Astros were always going for it, and then you saw teams like the Angels or they kind of not really doing much because they know like they don't have a chance in their division. So what they do is they manipulate guys' time because once they hit 3 years, then you have to pay them more. And then when they hit 6 years, you have to pay him a lot. So if you can slow down his timeline, you can have him longer. So A's aren't good now. They're not going to be good for a little bit. But say out the back end when he's hitting his 4th, 5th, 6th year, which is in 3-4 years, maybe they time it right and they're good. And now they don't have to pay him as much and they timed it right. It's what the Astros kind of did with how they had their team for so cheap with like Correa, Springer, Altuve. Like they timed it right.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't think the A's are fucking smart enough to do that, dude. I really don't. I could see if I understand what you're saying. Like, I get it. And
but it also could be like, yeah, maybe if the owner is really like, he has, they wanted to wear this, boom. All right, they can do it.
So 2 things. Opening day, there was more people tailgating than there was people in the stadium.
Because the tickets are too expensive. That's why you guys outside.
No, not even that. I wish it was that, dude. But
wait, time out. For everyone that doesn't know, by the way, how much is a ticket, Tony? And what does it come with?
Like $5, and you get like a hot dog, a beer. You get to meet the manager. Like,
did you see that?
To meet the manager.
The thing on Instagram that came out, like the script that they were handing to the workers.
No, what are they doing?
You haven't seen it? It was talking about like how to like interact with people. Like they're already kind of like in a bad mood. Like try to make the best experience. It said something. Don't let them wear or bring in things that say Oakland rooted. So is that like
It's a staple. It's a staple saying in Oakland, bro.
Right. They said don't let anyone in wearing that.
No fucking way.
Oh, you talk about and it has like the little tree roots.
I don't know the
so
Oakland. It said that in there.
Oakland rooted is something that the Warriors used, the Raiders used before they left. The literally, if you see the tree in the middle of the Warriors floor, it's literally says Oakland. Like they have jerseys, they have all that shit, and it's with the Warriors. Now the A's are doing that because they're moving and they want Oakland rooted.
Here, Tony, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Why can't I?
The only thing that like because I don't think it might be that way, Zach. But literally, if someone does good for a year, that's trade value for the A's, bro.
Bro, I can't find you. What's your name on Instagram?
Tones Poppy.
I know it won't pop up. Oh, there it is. It's a Z. So it says,
is it really Tones Poppy on Instagram?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Tony, it says like engage with customer service. Engage with customers. Direct them online
12.
if you do not have what they're looking for. Keep everything neat and clean. Product. If you see anything that says rooted in Oakland, it must be taken down immediately.
That's crazy.
Try not to highlight product that focuses on the name Oakland. New jerseys. Only white jerseys are the new ones. Please take down old white jerseys. You can keep them in the backstock space, but only after.
Okay, so this is what they want the workers to put out on display and stuff.
Like item of the game, and it says if attendance is under 5,000 for a game, they will close the Seagate. And then it said notes like their goals: attendance 3,500, sales goal 36,000.
Damn,
fucking crazy.
Still not doing gift cards. That's what it says at the bottom.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So last year, I know they were running a package because me and my buddies were talking about going to the game, and during that time they were giving out like multiple games for like it was like $100, and you get to damn near have any 10 games you want plus beer and hot dogs, like unlimited amount of hot dogs. I was like, dude, what is like yeah, this is a bomb ass deal. And like they're playing against the Yankees. I think it even included the Giants games, which is, you know, for Giants fans, it's only going right across the bridge, so not that big of a deal. Like, and for our games, you know, Giants games, everything's all expensive anyway. So I'd rather just go to Oakland.
Tony, how much do you wish like you would have just made the transition to a Giants fan so long ago? Like you wish you just would have.
Yes, I wish I. What's fucking crazy, bro, is literally I have no A's friends. My dad is my A's friend, dude. Like that's it. No one I know besides my family likes the A's. So there was no reason I should have been an A's fan besides how fucking, because my dad grew up in Hayward, which is 10 minutes from Oakland. Like he grew up watching the good part of the A's, and he grew up watching, you know, the Raiders.
Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, dude. So
hey, Andrew, a Raider fan, right? Is that right? Hey, Zach Phillips, he's a Raider fan. He wears Raider stuff every day.
Hey, shout out Zach Phillips. Shout out Zach Phillips,
aka what's his real name?
Jeff Hardy. Shout out Jeff Hardy, aka Zach Phillips.
I'm gonna need to cut a little clip of just talking about him so I can show.
Oh, bet I got you.
You guys got Max Crosby though. That's like your.
No. The Raiders are actually headed, like, in all honesty, bro. Raiders.
Don't start.
No. I'm not gonna say anything about how.
You got Adams. You got Adams.
No, time out.
Adams.
The reason why I'm not saying they're going to be good or bad. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying they're heading into a good direction because hiring Antonio Pierce, we wouldn't have done that years prior.
See, basically, you're proving if the A's go to Oakland, we're still going to be okay with it because you're okay with it. No. You're happy. Look at you're still a fan.
If the A's moved to Vegas and changed ownership, I would like the A's again. It's the ownership, bro. I swear to God, it's just the ownership. I tell this story all the time. By the way, I fucked up and I wore your jersey. Didn't wear your jersey again today. Anyway, when I bought a Donaldson jersey, bro, I saved up and everything. I bought a Donaldson jersey.
Dude.
Traded.
Literally, the week I bought the fucking jersey, 3 days later, he got traded to, I think, Toronto or where the fuck was it? I think it was Toronto. He got traded to Toronto. I was fucking furious, dude. I was pissed.
Why do you guys do this? Like, you guys have had great fucking players, and you decide to do the stupidest shit ever. I mean,
bro, the year we were beating up the fucking league,
they can't afford them. That's why
they trade Cespedes. Our best hitter, we traded Cespedes. Cespedes. Bro, anyway, before I get fucking even more pissed, did
you guys just have Sean Murphy too?
Yes, we traded him too. Yes, thanks for bringing that up.
But wasn't it like bad? Well, I guess people weren't going. So it all started with like, oh, no one would come to games. That's why we're this. But the whole reason I feel like people weren't going to games is just because the stadium sucked. Like, why did people stop going?
The reason why I stopped.
And when did it start? Like, when did it start getting bad?
Obviously, if they're not good a lot of the time, or they're good most of the time. The A's, they've always had a decent team for a shitty payroll, and that's always been the case. And we've always went to games. But the thing was, we literally traded every good player we had for multiple picks. It's just what we were the farm system for the MLB. And once we got, because
they know they're going to lose them when they hit free agency, they know they're going to lose them.
Exactly. So once that was more of like we traded like 4 or 5 people in one off season. I think it was maybe like 8 years ago. It just went all downhill from there. Like we stopped making the playoffs, and when we did make the playoffs, it was with some like either dude who was about to retire in 2 years and rookies, or we just got lucky in the draft. Like Chapman was one of the best fucking third basemen in the league, and we fucking trade him. Olsen led the fucking MLB in home runs. We trade him. We had one of the best.
They can't afford to keep him.
It's the dumbest thing. Trade the team if you can't pay him. Trade the fucking team. It's just,
but he still makes money. It's like, it's a weird. You have to like disconnect to like a business side of it, where like I think that he still makes money, is profitable. So why would you want to sell something that you're not losing money on? But you also don't want to dump more money into it. Like, it's bad for all sides, I guess.
Exactly. That's the point right there. It's bad for all sides. It's bad for your fans. It's bad for the city you play in. It's bad for the players you sign, and it's bad for the whole organization inside of the clubhouse.
It's good for the people right now that are on the A's that are like, well, at least I get like a chance. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If I was really going for it, I wouldn't be up here.
Unless you wear a wristband, you can sit down in AAA. So it just all depends. By the way, we had one all-star last year. He's benched.
Right, you don't go to you don't even go to the games because you're so mad at them.
Yeah, I don't even watch the games, bro.
So, all right, if I was on the A's right now, would you go?
Because it's you, yes, yes. I will root for you no matter what, Zach. But if you played for the A's, I wouldn't root for your boss, dude. Sorry.
Hey Tony, have you gone on the A's official website?
No.
We're talking about all this, and he's got a White Sox.
Pretty much, I wouldn't do that shit if we were good, bro.
Dude, if you go on there right now, it actually shows. It says Las Vegas in the corner, and then when you go over it, it says 2023 of Las Vegas impact in the community.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Wait, so are you a White Sox fan now, or? I
don't watch baseball, to be honest with you.
I just tell you didn't watch last Saturday.
It's just honestly, bro, it's just not fun. It's not fun to watch anymore because of my team. Like, you know me, bro. I will die for my team, and I will always
be an Asadero fan. I'll send you a jersey.
Hey, I'm down, bro. The fuck? Say less.
Say fucking. It is Spanish. Hey, say the name, Tony. Say the name right now.
Say it again.
Say the name.
Asaderos? See? Fuck with me, bitch.
That actually was that bad.
Perfect. I can roll my R's, bro. Zach, tell us what it's like being in Mexico. Like, you played in, indie ball, you played in the major leagues. Like, Mexico is a different kind of environment. But what's it like playing in Mexico compared to other leagues?
I would say the playing isn't too different. It's more like the lifestyle living outside of it, where like you take for granted in the United States, like you can get anything at any time. Like you could go eat, you could drive here, you could get this, you could get this. Here it's not like that. Like things close at 11 for the most part. So like sometimes after a game, there's some like spots that are open. But it's always like tacos. Like you can't just, everything closes at 11, and like it's hard to get around places, like not having a car and stuff. This year I kind of have a car, I guess you'd call it. So it's a little bit easier to go eat and do stuff when I want. But yeah, I mean, every time I go back home, I'm like, at least for the first month, I'm like, dude, I can't complain about anything. I'm like,
yeah, we
got it good. I can go get this X, Y, Z. I can do whatever I want when I want. There's so many more. As people that live here and then would move, like maybe go to the States and like why they work there, there's just so many more opportunities. One, to do things, and two, to like live better, I would say. Like there's not a lot that you can do in some of these cities, like
yeah.
It's sad too, because you see how many families, kids, like people are like, on the streets, like kind of pedaling or juggling or doing fire and stuff. It's like, they don't have the opportunities to like work. And I think they make more money doing that than maybe working at a place.
What part of Mexico are you in?
I'm in, it's called Monclova, which is in the state of Coahuila, which is it's like 2 hours south of Texas. And if you're Mexico, it's 2.5 hours north of Monterrey.
Okay.
There's not, like, no one would travel here for like vacation or anything. It's not a touristy spot because there's like nothing around. So there's like no English spoken here.
How far are you from your stadium?
Probably like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
you're
you,
right there.
do you sell out there normally, or
What's that?
does it sell out?
No, we're kind of like the A's. I feel like we don't. So because the city is really poor, because there used to be a steel factory and then they closed the steel factory, so it lost a lot of jobs, I think. And like COVID hit here pretty hard, where like there's so many buildings that are like business, like a taco, this place, this way, restaurant, car. Like there's so many buildings that are just empty, abandoned. Like there's even a hotel that's abandoned that used to be ran by cartel, got taken over. That's abandoned. I want to like go check it out and like go in there, but I heard there's like security sometimes.
Damn, yeah, it's
So
you're in Mexico, bro.
And like the fans always get mad because this is what I've heard is like we have some big name guys. They know like some guys are making good money here, and then when we go out and like lose or suck, like they boo us because they're like, we're paying for this. Like these guys are making a bunch of money, and the town is poor, and you're not winning. Like, fuck this. So I've seen us get some fans at times, depending on what's going on. But like when I pitched on Saturday, there was like nobody there. I mean, not nobody, but not a lot. Some of these other places you'll go and it gets packed.
And this is televised though, still, right?
Yes.
ESPN the Ocho.
NRT Mexico.
Oh, okay.
I can get you guys the link for the real season.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
I will watch this time.
Tony doesn't watch because I didn't throw
Data rate supply.
I will watch this time. Hey, it's on YouTube. I can just go back and watch it, bro.
Yeah, you could.
Nah, but I'll watch. When do you start next?
That'll be discussed tomorrow when I go in. I'm not sure. That was supposed to be Saturday now.
Oh, because you got Gotcha.
I got a question about like the clock, like the pitching clock, and speeding on the mound.
That's not in Mexico, is it?
Yeah, they have it.
You guys have that too? Oh shit, I didn't know that.
What's your thoughts on having a clock?
Did you guys do it when the MLB did it?
They did, but like theirs is different. Where MLB's, I want to say, because I haven't played in like the United States in a little bit, I'm not entirely sure of how it works because I've never had to do it. But I want to say like MLB and the minor leagues do it where, and I'm not sure if this league changed, but they do it with nobody on base and with a runner on base also. Where here last year, it was only with nobody on, but when someone was on the bases, then there was no pitch clock. Gotcha. But now I'm not sure because like this year they made the bases bigger because I got here this year and I was like, these bases are huge. And I
like the physical base is big.
Yeah, because MLB did it a couple years ago. Now we do, and I'm like, these things are fucking huge.
Wow. Hey, can it re-ask that question though?
Oh yeah. The clock?
Yeah, so I was just basically going to ask you how you feel about the pitching clock, and then also when someone's speeding on the mound, so they're not letting the pitcher or the batter get set.
So I always work quick anyways, so the clock usually doesn't bother me. The only time I've seen it get annoying is like with a runner on and you're trying to get signs, and before most teams were still doing finger signs, and if you shake and you're trying to get on the same, that takes up time and you're almost trying to go fast. You're like, fuck, I'm about to get hit with the clock. Maybe I have to throw a pitch I don't want to throw. So there's that side of it. I've never been hit with I got hit with it last year once, my very first pitch. And I went and played in the United States after the Mexico League. I went to an indie ball team and I didn't know the rules. And first pitch was pitch clock violation. I was like, nobody told me. Okay, cool. But then there's the other side of like, I think Scherzer and some guys came out saying, well, now that we have this pitch clock, we're going super fast and we're not getting the same recovery time. And now you're seeing way more injuries go up because of how fast you have to go. So there's that side of it too. But you're also seeing like games are kind of going faster. So, I mean, but like you're saying, like, you know, you're trying to go so fast and now you're dialed in. Now they have like, we just started using the pitch comm where it's like in your hat. So what's nice, I kind of like, at first I didn't like it because I was like, that's kind of weird. But now I like it because before I'm even on the mound, like getting the ball back, getting back to he can call a pitch and I can shake before I even get there. So it's like it is making it way quicker, I would say, and it's kind of nice. It's hard for them because it's like on their knee, and the guy that I'm throwing to now, he's like, I don't know which fucking button calls what, and I'm all confused.
Oh shit! Oh, so he has to press a button, and you get told which pitch.
Yeah,
that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just on his knees, and it's like it does like pitch and location, but then sometimes it's like he'll press a button and it's like nobody on it. It's like inside move or pick off to first.
See,
it's like,
bro, fuck the Astros. This is what they did to us, dude.
Yep.
This is what they did to us because
and they were just ahead of the time, bro. They were just ahead of the time.
Unbelievable. Is that true? Am I wrong? Sorry they drafted you, bro. But did they was this the purpose of doing that? Was because of what the Astros did? If you're allowed to answer, I don't know if you're allowed to.
No, I'm not sure of like when PitchCom came out and when people decided to go to it. I mean, that probably helped them come out with it. I don't know if it had been developed before, but because now I think everyone uses it. So
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but
all because of a trash can, dude. Nah, but that's pretty dope though. I never knew you guys had like the catcher just pressed the fucking button and
the catchers don't like it.
No,
but I feel like maybe that now like they were stubborn. The guy here might get used, but he just hates because he'll press the wrong button. But I'm like a fan because it just goes faster, and he's like he wants to like which I guess before if he's used it. You can change the buttons. He's like, I played on another team. The buttons were different. Now they're different here, and I don't like it because now I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. But
it's on his. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, why don't they just set it to the way he wants it?
Language barrier. But I mean, to go back to the initial question,
we're all like,
I don't watch any like MLB games either to see like. But it seems like they kind of adapted and before I think people cared, like fans were like, they cared about it. Like real fans are going to watch 3 hours anyways. So like, why are we trying to change the game? And now they're like, well, the game's over in 2.5 hours. I'm okay with this. Like
to me, I think the only way this gets taken out is if they're in a World Series game and it's the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, full count, and then you get a fucking pitching violation because the fucking clock ran out. If that shit happens and it decided the fucking game, it's gonna be taken out. Like otherwise, like
because they've done it sometimes in like big at bats or counts in like spring training. They're like, well, I had to call you on it.
Yeah. It sucks, bro. But if you think about it, like if they take that out in the playoffs and World Series, like I get it. But if you keep it in regular season only, I could deal with that. Like it does make the game.
I think at some point, but this is where it's like why people always are like, NFL's rigged and NBA's rigged, like because if you were to go, all right, leave it up to the umpire, like if it's a big moment, have a little feel, don't call it.
Yeah.
Like exactly. I get it when it's like not a big issue. Hey, warning. But but when it's like that's gonna change the outcome, don't call. But then when you leave it into interpretation and certain guys or this or that, then you're like, well, now there's just more ways for them to cheat, like control or help a team win. Or
I'm gonna look it up and see if the pitch count happens in playoffs.
Well, there was a violation. I think it was Bogart got one, and they called on, and they fucking called him out. I think that shit's crazy. So you have to be set as a batter.
Yeah, you have to be set as a batter.
Yeah.
Because so like they're trying to make the rule for the batters now when they can call timeout and step out. From what I've been seeing, because now pitchers only can step off twice in 1 inning. So like if a runner's getting ready to steal and he steps off and tries to get him back to go to first base or whatever, that's one time. And if he's going to keep trying to do it, so it's either you waste your second and step off, or you hold on to it for maybe another guy who may get on, but you really don't know. And if you
well,
use
no,
both,
you can do two per person. Like if it's a new person, you get 2 again.
oh, okay. I thought it was just in the 1 inning.
No. So if you try to like pick off to him twice, the third time, if you don't get him, he's rewarded second base or whatever it is. So basically, they're just because like strikeouts started going up. They basically are doing everything they can to like create more offense. Like they, went to like different balls, which a lot of people don't know, that like fly a little further, that go out easier. They made the bases bigger so you can steal more. They're doing this so you can't less control. Like basically more offense, more fans. Like people don't like seeing no run games. They want to see runs.
So you say they changed the ball?
They changed the ball a lot. I would say like 20. There was numbers to back it, but like in 2019 they changed the ball so drastically. There was so many more home runs, and then I want to say they changed it again. I wouldn't be surprised. They kind of change it a lot, even between years sometimes.
Do you feel the difference pitching?
I don't ever feel it in my hands, but guys that are more picky to that stuff, where like I've always been throwing, and I'm like, people are like, the laces feel high. This one I'm like, oh, it's a ball. I don't know. But people that like manipulate it or use like, maybe before when you could use some sticky stuff, and they could definitely feel the difference, because they're like, a lot of times like if they change it in a way, it's like, oh, I can throw it harder, so I can get more velo, which they kind of like in the game. That people are throwing harder, and you're seeing breaking balls are firmer, but they don't break as much, because when they change the ball, it's like they could change it in 2 ways. You could either have it move more and not fly as far, but you can't, like if it's not as tight, not as hard, it won't spin as fast. So they can manipulate it a little bit. I will say, like this year, when I was throwing and like training, and I have like the data while I'm live throwing, and I have balls from Mexico, I have major league balls, I have the independent balls in the United States, and like I'm throwing with these balls, like interchanging, and the numbers are changing drastically depending on which ball I use. Like sometimes I throw a pitch and it moved 19 inches, arm side, meaning like it's moving like a sinker, right? And then I throw it with a different ball and it was only 12, with like a difference of 6-7 inches, and you're like, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's hard to know which ball is which, because you have to like dig into it, and like sometimes like I've seen balls be taken apart, and I'm like, this is way different than another ball. So they do change them depending on how they want to control like the sport a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But they want more offense, so they want the ball to leave the yard.
It's crazy.
What is this?
This is gonna be that. This is about the pitch. The clock.
Oh,
and this is in playoffs, or this was when?
This looks like it's recent.
Oh yeah, the Padres didn't make the playoffs.
Fires. That's in there, a good pitch down in the zone with some movement at 89. Brewers, Rays, now the Dodgers here in 2024 for JP. Time called by Xander Bogaerts.
So he still had 3
Pitch
seconds.
violation, or yes, it is on Bogaerts, and he's saying, "Hang on a second."
That
That's
guy
going to be
called
strike 3 against Xander Bogaerts.
What the fuck did he do?
What did
So
he do?
his foot was still out of the box.
I
but
want to say the
right?
rule is it's like
Right umpire.
at 5 seconds is the last time you could call time, and at 5 seconds you have to be looking at the pitcher. It might be 8 seconds or something, but I want to say it's like you have to be looking at the pitcher.
Wow, dude.
Here I didn't even see the clock, or if you try to call time.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, it's at 8 right there, so then it restarts. See, I don't even see the clock.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, 10, 9, 8.
So he's facing him.
He's looking.
He's ready to go.
Oh yeah, he called timeout at 5.
Did he?
Yeah.
And he was looking. He was set.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I think it's a little different. And like I told you last time we talked, Zach, I don't watch baseball like that.
Yeah,
But I started watching like this season. I was like, cool. I'm gonna dedicate my life to watching baseball because I enjoy baseball, so I can talk to Zach and know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then I watched and I'm like, what the fuck is this clock? This shit ain't normal.
It's like you're watching WWE,
right?
All right, so Zach, I have to ask you, all this drama going on with Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter and all that stuff. What's your opinion on? A lot of people are saying he could be the fall guy or his interpreter is the fall guy, or he bet and no one knows. Like what? I don't know what's going on. I really am. I'm hearing things from both sides. I don't know what the hell's going on. But what's your opinion on this? On the whole Shohei Ohtani thing? From what you do know,
no one's ever gonna know what actually happened, right? Very few people are going to find out the truth. And because of how big he is, MLB is going to protect him. Japan's going to protect him. The Dodgers want to protect. Like, everyone is going to be on his side no matter what. Like, if you saw the Astros get off, like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
When it first all came out, I'm like, he just doesn't seem like the guy. Like, when he talked, like, he doesn't seem like that. So, in the beginning, I was like, I don't think he made those bets. But nor am I ever going to know or find out or this. But there's a lot more stuff coming out that makes it look worse. Like, I don't know if you've seen, there was some bets placed in his hometown, and it was a parlay bet, and it was on a day that he pitched, and it was the Braves had to score 6 runs and win by 3, and Ohtani was pitching and gave up 6 runs exactly that day.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, that doesn't look great. Could be coincidence. But regardless of what did or didn't happen, I think they're going to try to wipe it under the rug. And if that guy's got to be the fall guy, he's going to be set up for life for doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's chilling right now. He's in the Bahamas just fucking hanging out.
Oh, I just break my chair. Sick. Too many chips, you know. But like, I feel like with that, I mean, it was kind of like back in the day. They knew steroids was happening. We don't want it to get out. Then it comes out. All right, we kind of got to crack down on it. They knew the Astros were cheating years before. All these issues happen in-house, and they know about it. And they either want to brush under the rug or don't deal with it. And then when it gets out to the public, that's when it goes, fuck, now we got to do something.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing with, I feel like and there's some people that believe in that, they wanted those guys to take steroids because baseball was losing some fans. And, now we have this home run race. Now we have so many home runs. Perfect. And then as soon as they got kind of caught, we weren't involved, you know.
Yeah.
How they kind of just banged, but it was good. Like Barry Bonds was one of the best players in it ever, and they had, and now they want to act like, we weren't involved. And then same with the Astros, like they had known for a while because like my first day up in the big leagues, they're like, you got to use multiple signs. They cheat. It was like known. I was like, what do you mean they cheat? They go, they cheat.
That's crazy, bro.
And because it finally got out to like where you guys, could hear about it, and they had to do something about it, So
yeah,
they're still doing shit. Like I think I sent you something the other day with like they're just fucking around, smacking people's hands and shit when you're running by on first, trying to knock the ball out. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah,
do that shit.
Hey Zach, do you think Judge is on PEDs, bro?
Oh, Judge? I think he's just a big dude. I mean,
he's
fucking
a big
huge,
dude,
bro.
Dude, he had a 2-run banger yesterday. That shit was crazy. Or was it yesterday?
He's always been a big dude. Even like he went to high school locally, out in the Bay Area, and he was always like, he's good at basketball. He's a big dude. But I mean, do you guys think Shohei's the fall guy or the main guy? Guilty, not guilty?
This is my thing real quick. All right. I wanted to say this. I think if something comes out of nowhere where he literally there's proof of him betting on games that he pitched or whatever the case may be, I think they're going to take this time to either exonerate him or, you know, say it's okay because he's the biggest name in baseball today. They're going to say something. And also they're going to reinstate Pete Rose and his Hall of Fame career and make him a Hall of Famer, and they're going to reinstate all that shit. Like I said, I don't think anything's going to end up coming out from this Shohei Ohtani thing. But if someone's fucking sitting there filming him as he's putting in a bet, I mean, like you can't.
I'm gonna go with if he did, he's not placing any bets right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But people are also saying like, oh, MLB is getting mad about if he did or didn't place a bet. But now I heard that some of these sites or some of these games that have like Boston and like there's all these different sports groups now, like they're advertising all these gambling sites, right? And some of them, they said, while you're watching, you can live bet on the game while you're watching the game. So it's like,
yeah,
it's crazy that it's like, hey, bet on these games, bet on these games, bet on, like they partnered with FanDuel, they partnered with all these other places because people are doing it anyways now. But then, and then you go, and I get it because you're trying to like keep the integrity of the game. Like, oh, you guys can't bet, especially, I mean, I feel like they normally don't want you to bet on anything, but like really not your own sport. But we've seen like, I think there was a football guy recently that bet on his own sport. He kind of got,
yeah, I think it was like Ridley or something, like Calvin.
They kind of
Ridley
got
or,
away with it.
Yeah.
Like I heard the LSU quarterback was betting on himself this year. Like,
I want him to go to the Raiders, by the way. But go
it's
ahead.
so hard to control other people from doing stuff when you do it.
Right.
Like,
But the thing is, it's like if you're a major league player or whatever perspective sport you play in, why not have your fucking boy go make the bet for you? Like,
was he caught? Was this in store or in a place, or was this on his phone?
this was apparently with a bookie in his hometown in Japan. Which,
yeah,
how does that come out? I don't know. Like, who gets that? How do you find it?
Someone just
that's a 6'4" fucking Asian guy. You're gonna notice that motherfucker walking somewhere.
yeah.
So I don't know. I there's, like you said, Zach, nothing is gonna come out. Everything's gonna be protective.
Everyone's gonna protect. There's too many people gonna protect him.
But I'll say this now, though: if something does come out and he is 100% guilty, they're going to try to keep him in the game and reinstate Pete Rose. Like, that's, if you don't, you're just, no one's gonna watch your sport.
I got a feeling, like, because of this is coming out, just like the Astros thing, I'm like, Dodgers are gonna win World Series this year.
I know, right?
Oh man.
Hey,
I'm gonna go place a bet right now.
Place the bet right now for the future. Dodgers win World Series.
That's funny. Oh man. Hey, Zach, I wanted to ask you, who's the best hitter you've ever faced?
Like
Shohei Ohtani.
The biggest name, like best hitter?
Or
no, I thought was like hard to face.
The not even big name, like, or it could be big name, but the hardest batter you faced multiple times, and it was just like you got him a couple times, he got you a couple times. He was just really tough to battle with.
Who's your rival?
Like, you can go like childhood, like, like me, or no, any name, bro. Could be college.
The problem with all of that is, like, even in college, like, I went to one school each year, so I didn't like see the same guys. Same with like in minor leagues. Like, I was never seeing this guy so many times because I only played in like these places for 1 year. I would say generally though, like, it's harder for me with like contact guys that like can get the bat on the ball and foul stuff off. Like, I'd rather face kind of like a bigger power dude that has more swing and miss. Yeah, it's a little bit more, it's harder to, they might take you deep, but it's like the ones that are like more of a contact guy, they make the bats longer. You're like, fuck, I don't even know what to throw them. Damn, I don't know who would be like, I would say the hardest.
If I had to like pick,
Pujols was a dickhead, but I only faced him a couple times, but he kept fouling everything off. After the last time I faced him, I was like, I don't want to face that fucking guy again. But Altuve's like one of my favorite people to face. I've done great against them.
I remember that. I was about to say though, like Bregman and Altuve, those two are because they're not like. I mean, they're power hitters, but they're not like every at bat they're hitting bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like a Judge or like a Giancarlo Stanton. Like those are like power hitters. Like contact hitters, like you're saying, they're more like Altuve and Bregman and stuff like that. So those are more of like the challenge for you, those kind of hitters.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, to throw some stuff on the A's, you know, Laureano was sometimes kind of hard to face.
He's a great hitter. He's a very great hitter.
Dude, so
what did he say to you?
When I struck him out one year, and then he was at the same place I was training at in Arizona, and he's like, you struck me out with a splitter. Like that, not even like, hey, how are you? Or like I knew who he was. He knew who I was. It wasn't even like an introduction. He was like, yeah, you struck me out with a splitter. Like he took it personal. He's like, I practiced all off season with my dad trying to hit that pitch with wiffle balls because it bugged me. Like he was like serious, and I was like, thanks, I guess. So sorry.
When was the last time you played wiffle ball or like strikeout?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's been.
Those are good times, man.
I just played Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. I forgot about
bro,
that.
You should have came down. But yeah, no, I try to do it every year now because like we all enjoy it.
Yeah,
like,
wiffle ball would be fun.
I even bought like this little like strike zone thing, so now we don't even need to call it. If it hits the strike zone, it's a strike. Should have swung.
No,
Zach can pitch left-handed.
That's bullshit.
I mean, you can't throw right-handed, can you?
Why not?
I mean, obviously you can, but I'm saying like, won't it fuck up your arm? I was always told not to throw like a tennis ball or a wiffle ball.
They're actually good for you.
Really? I didn't know that.
Try to do different things with the ball anyway.
They're bad for you and they're good for you. It's more stressful because they're lighter, but by training it that way, like it's teaching your arm to move faster, so you can do more damage. Because the way it works, like when you have baseball's about 5 ounces, and when you throw it, so much goes with the ball, some comes back, like kicks back into your arm because it can't take. It's a smaller ball. It can't take all the energy. Almost like a softball, a little bit bigger. It can absorb more. But with the baseball, some comes back. So when you throw like a wiffle ball hard or tennis ball hard, they're less weight, right? They're like, you know, anywhere 2 ounces or something like that. So you can put a lot in it. You get more kickback. So if you're strong enough, you can handle it. And it's actually good because it's lighter. So your arm's going to go faster. Like there's less weight holding it back. There's just more kickback.
Have you ever had to train or strength, like do a drill where you strengthen your arm with a tennis racket?
A tennis racket? No.
Yeah. So I watched training.
It makes sense why people would do it because for you to swing the tennis racket, you'd have to be on top. So it's like training good path movement.
Exactly. And not just that, it's because the reason why pitching is quote unquote bad for your arm is because you're letting go of the ball. Like, but in tennis, you're holding on to the racket and never letting go. If you notice in tennis, you don't hear many injuries of the elbow or the arm because it's a natural movement with something you're holding. But a lot of people are training.
Well, there's a name named after it called tennis elbow.
Tennis elbow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you hear less of that and you hear more of like a Tommy John surgery, you know, shit like that because people fuck up their elbow. But the reason why I asked is because there was I seen a video of a guy training with a tennis racket and it strengthened his arm. He went from throwing like 89 to like 97. And he was always throwing 89. Like that was like his max.
It could have been not even like strengthening his arm. It might have just like cleaned up something mechanically.
I didn't. That's all I saw. He didn't really specify what it was, but I thought it was cool. I never thought of something like that, and so I seen that video.
Yeah, people are super creative with different ways they can like do things now with how to train differently or to use it to clean up some type of arm path or gain some velocity here and there. But
hey, speaking of Chapman, didn't you train with Chapman?
Yeah, him and Laureano were at the same place.
You guys had like the same facility you guys would go to?
Yeah, it was like a lot of Giants guys too. Like Logan Webb he's still there. Other bigger names, but
do you have to be in the league to be able to train there?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just a normal training.
Yeah, you can train there. There's just like different slots. Like if you were high school, you're like at a certain time. College, you're at a certain time, and then professional. So like, there's guys big leagues and minor leagues kind of intertwined together. But if sometimes they'll put more in a different slot. I don't know if they changed it if there was more than one like professional slot, but if you want it, like you could come at a different time if you wanted to. Also, like they work where, but the bigger name guys just get more attention.
My bad. I drink something. Yeah. So what's your goal now, bro? I mean, you're in Mexico. Are you trying to get back in the States? You trying to go to a different country and pitch? Are you done? What's going on?
Last year when I came, I came halfway through the year and I only threw about, I think like 50 innings total. So it was kind of like not a large enough sample size after being out for like a year and a half, 2 years, for me to really make a case for myself for like a job elsewhere. So this year, that's why, I wanted to play last winter and my doctor kind of advised against it because, my elbow is so new. I shouldn't throw that much. So which it was good too that I took it off. I was able to like train again. I feel a lot stronger. My arm feels conditioned. Like I've been kind of throwing, I've been lifting, everything feels good. So the goal this year is to throw this entire time in Mexico, try to lead the team in any category I can, wins, innings, even the league. I'm trying to basically put it all out there. And from there, a lot of guys get different opportunities through winter ball. So then the goal would be to play winter ball this season, where last year I was offered to like go play in like Venezuela, but I really didn't want to go play because they told I knew I wanted to play all this year and then possibly winter ball so it would just be too long of a year. Where winter ball kind of starts like October to January. There's 2 halves, but yeah, I mean, the league's going to be good this year now that they opened up the import rules. I mean, you've seen guys this year like Bauer and Robinson Cano are in this league right now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping if I can do well, which I think I can do really well this year in this league, the way that I'm feeling, and then transition it into winter ball, whether it's in Venezuela, Mexico, Dominican Republic, and just kind of put it all out there. Hey, I'm 31. I know I'm a little bit older, but this is probably the best I've felt in a while. And, I'm still throwing well. And I feel like as long as I'm not getting worse, I'm like still have good thoughts about playing further. But yeah, the goal would be to either link up with Taiwan, Japan, Korean team and go over there. Because in the United States, they're so young now and they only keep so many guys in the minor leagues. Like the path there doesn't look good. Like, obviously it's like, if I was back in the minor league system, okay, the goal would be the big leagues. But because I'm not in there, I'm like, that seems like it's less reasonable. And honestly, before I'd be done playing, I would love to go play in Asia, and they pay really well too, and it's competitive. And a lot of guys jump from those leagues back. Yeah. And a side note on that, like normally you have to do 6 years of service time to hit free agency. If you're in Asia and they buy you from Asia, you skip all 6 years and become a free agent and get paid free agent money.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So you get to just bypass 6 years. Like right now I'm at less than a year of service time. So for me to hit like free agency and like a huge contract, I'd have to pitch for 5 more years before that. Like they can do whatever they want with you for 5 years. So not like that's my goal, but that's like one like good thing that happens for you going over there. But I would like to go over there. I don't think I would come back here again. So say I didn't throw well, or something happened and I got hurt or this or that. Like, I think this could be my last year. I don't think I would come back to Mexico to play again. So I want to go play either somewhere else or I guess do something else.
Man, I wish. I mean, obviously, I wish that I was able to see you when you were out there. Sucks that I didn't get to, but I would love to see you back in the States again, bro. Love to see you back in a major league uniform. It was.
I mean, it's not out of the question. I've done some stuff before to like out of indie ball, and so it's not out of the question. It just depends on if someone will, give me a chance back in the States, which I have some connections and I've tried to ask and they've tried their best, but the league is so young. And now that they've, minor leaguers have unionized and they get paid better and they get their housing paid. Basically what you're seeing, like even now in California and across like, oh, we're raising our minimum wage, right? And you're seeing like Chipotle, McDonald's, they're going to make $20 an hour. And now they go, the stores go, we're going to raise our prices.
Yeah.
Simple. So because that happened, we're going to raise our price. So they're still going to hit their margins. That's what MLB did also. Oh, you guys want more money? Okay, we'll pay you the money. We'll give you the housing. Oh, but now we're going to cut, two minor league teams from each team so that we can pay you guys that. So now they don't have as many players. And now that they don't have as many players, they're like, they're not keeping as they like to hoard the young ones because that's the ones they pay for with more upside. Like, you're starting to see more AAA teams being really young, and AAA used to be like the farm team for the big leagues. Like someone gets hurt, we need something, boo, we pull from here. Now it's not as big of a pool because some guys are just there because they've already passed first grade, second grade, right?
Yeah.
They're not ready to go up there, but they don't have all the teams to do it. So, they're using indie ball, they're using Mexico like, oh, these are our other farm teams. We don't even have to pay these things. And if we want, we can go buy them, which is why, here in Mexico, they charge $100,000, where in the United States, for you to get bought out of the indie ball league and to go back into affiliated ball, it's like, I want to say now it's like 20, 25,000 just to buy a guy out.
So does that hinder it though?
What's that?
Does that hinder it for like being Mexico? Because I mean, why pay someone $100,000 when you can get somebody?
Well, so with Mexico, you could go back to the United States for free. So it's actually
okay.
Here. It's just here to go to Asia.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So, but yeah, I know in the United States for a lot of them, they're like, and I think there's a deadline in indie ball now. Like if it's after a certain date, the price goes up. Like when I was there and I got bought out, I think it was like $5,000, which they don't care about that much. But now it's like 20, 25, and it's just a business because it's like they have less teams. So now there's better players in the indie ball because they can't keep as many guys. And the indie ball teams are like, well, we're a business too. For us to make money on our end, we're not getting fans all the time. We're paying these guys decent. And then for you to just come grab them, all right, we want not a premium, but they want a premium. They want some type of money so it's all business related, but.
It's actually funny to hear it from like the business side of it. I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like even I never realized how business sided it was until I was up there, and you're like, everything they do is about money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They
made it not as fun.
They either make it or lose it. So they have to make it some kind of dude. It just It was growing up, bro. Like we played baseball. It was something we enjoyed. By the way, I do want to say RIP to one of our coaches, a good friend, Tony Dane. He just passed away a couple weeks ago. Shout out to the Dan family, everyone. We love you guys. But growing up, like it was just a thought in our head, like it would be cool to be in the major leagues, and then one of your friends being in the major leagues and you actually being in there, it was something that, it was once like a little dream and it like became reality. But looking back at, when we were kids and stuff like that, did you have those dreams of being in the major leagues?
I didn't even really think about it. Like I just had fun playing all the time that I just wanted to play. Like obviously I watched, that was probably when I was most into Major League Baseball, and I watched and I was like, I never thought of it as like a job or work or like a career. And even through like each level, like the Pee Wee, Pony, Bronco Pony, high school, I never thought about I didn't even think about college. I was just like, every year I play.
Mm-hmm.
there's a level at it felt like school. It's not like, I didn't think when I was in 4th grade, like, oh, I'm going to go to college. It's like, well, no, I got 5th grade next year. I got to worry about 5th grade. So that was kind of the harder thing for me to realize is like every level. I was like, you looked at the next field and you're like, oh, that's where the big kids play. I want to play there.
Yeah.
And I never thought about it that way. I just always knew I'll play. I'm going to play. I'm always going to play. I'm going to play next year. I'm going to play next year. I'm going to play next year. And I think when I got to high school, and then it finally got to like my senior year, and then people ask that question like, "Oh, are you gonna play?" And I'm like, "Well, I always play. What do you mean?" And then I'm like, "Oh, you have to like get someone to want you to play." And I was like, "Damn, I should have did a little bit better in school." Because like even
that's
like,
funny.
I think my freshman year I did well. My sophomore year I had bad grades, and then junior, senior year, like it didn't hit me until I was like, you need grades to go to like a school, and like I want to play baseball in school, and I was like, damn, I should have did a little bit better job at the grades side so I had more options. And that I think that's just how I always thought, even through minor leagues and indie ball, I'm like, there's always a team I can play on. And now that I'm getting to 31, I'm like, I might not have that choice much longer.
Yeah.
So it's a different feeling.
You're like the old head now, bro.
Bro, it's weird. I know. I mean, there's still guys older than me, but I'm like thinking about, because I was never in one place too long, and like even in the major leagues, like I was a small window in there. It's like everywhere I've been, it's like I've always been like not the youngest guy, but a young guy. Like in some of the leagues when I was 22 and they were 30, right? And now I'm like, I'm 31 and I'm like playing with these guys on my team now, and they're like 26, 27. And I was like, damn, I'm the old one, but I don't act like it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's funny, man. Like, so real quick, I don't think I've ever asked you this. I might have, but during that high school you went to Tennessee, right? Was it a walk-on thing, or what happened with that?
Well, I went to 4 schools.
Oh, okay.
I went after Burlingame. I went to Monterey Bay, which is the D2 school, played there, left there, went to junior college at San Mateo. So then I played at San Mateo that year, recruited by almost every school outside of California. A lot of California schools I didn't get recruited by out of CSM. There's a couple, but I basically was able to go to any school out of JUCO, and I ended up going to Tennessee. And then Tennessee, I was offered a scholarship. I think I got 50%. So I had 50% scholarship there, and then I left there. Things didn't work out there, so I left there, and then they told me I was good to go anywhere I wanted. And I was like, are you sure? They said yes. I asked the coach, and I asked the lady that deals with that process.
Yeah, okay.
Go wherever you want. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. I come back home, I talk to some schools, and they go, you're ineligible in the NCAA. You can't play this year. You have to sit down. And I was like, why? And they're like, XYZ, you already transferred once, this, that. They're like, you can't play. So then then I decided I had to go to there's schools that are like NAIA schools that are governed by a different body, not NCAA, and they have different rules. So I was able to go play there in that league of schools, and that was in Daytona Beach, Florida. So then I ended up getting drafted out of there.
Out of that school? Okay.
Yeah, Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach, which that was a fun time.
So if you were to not go to Florida, do you think you would still got drafted? And then what school would you have went to?
So the only other, at that time, it was either, I guess I could have stayed at Tennessee, but they basically told me, like, you're not really going to play. Mm-hmm. And you come across this a lot, like when I was at every school, guys go there and it doesn't work out their first year, and then they kind of tell them, oh, you're not going to, maybe you're there a year or two, and they basically always get new people, and you find out you're not going to play. And I've always played with guys that are like, well, I've made friends here, like I have a girlfriend here, like they did their whole freshman year, maybe freshman, sophomore year, and people don't like change, right? So I've seen so many guys that were probably decent, maybe could have, just like me, like if I wasn't playing, I left. Like I left Tennessee because they said you weren't going to play. I could have stayed there and had a good time and had my friends, but I was like, I'm here to play and I want to play professionally. So I'm not going to have the opportunity to show teams that I should be picked in the draft. I need to go somewhere I can play. And I've seen so many guys not do that, and they were comfortable, and maybe their outcome could have been different, right? But easier said than done, right? It's hard to just pick up your life change, especially when you're at a school you've been at for a year or two. So, yeah, that's why I always if I would have had to, I wouldn't have stayed at Tennessee, so I leave regardless. The only thing I had to consider was, do I sit out the year and play at a school? And the school I was going to do it at, I think, was Sonoma. I would have to sit out a year, and I was like, I don't trust myself sitting out a year. Like, I'm going to party. I'm going to drink. There's women. Like, Sonoma has, like, 70-30, girl-guy ratio.
Damn.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, they got a good ratio. And I was like, if I get a whole year off, like, I'm gonna fuck it up. I was like, I can't take that year, and I was like, I have to go play in this other league. It was between there and a school in Menlo Atherton called Menlo College, and I was like, damn, this one's close to home. This one's in Florida. This XYZ, and I remember my dad doesn't ever usually give me much advice, but I remember this one. He was like, go to Florida, and I was like, why? He goes, get out of here.
Yeah.
Almost like, get away from your mom, get out of here. He's like, go to Florida, and I was like,
did you got a scholarship?
After he said that, I was like, I'm going to Florida.
I'm out. Yeah. Did you get a scholarship there?
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for nothing.
Nice. That's dope.
I kind of swindled them too, because like I left Tennessee, so it's a big program. They're like, oh, you're coming from Tennessee, and the pitching coach wasn't like impressed. He was like, the head coach was like, yeah, come, I want you, this. That's who I talked to first. He's like, talk to our pitching coach. I call the pitching coach. He's like, hey. I was like, hey, so-and-so told me to call you. He goes, well, who are you? I don't know who you. He played it big league as fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't know who I was, didn't care. And I was like, damn, all right. And what was different is when I talked to these other schools that wanted me to go there, knowing I came from a big program, but not knowing anything about me. Like when I was at CSM, I was like 92, 94. I was throwing hard, whatever. I went to Tennessee and was like 86, 88, then started the year 80, 83, finished the year 79, 82. Like I didn't have it. And I thought, I was like, my arm's just gone. I can't throw hard anymore. Let me find a school that'll take me based off my resume, and I'm going to swindle them, basically. I was like, they'll just not get what they bought. And all these schools are like, we want you to be our Friday guy. We want you to be this. You're going to be our ace. You're going to be this. And I'm like, you guys are promising all these things. And in my head, I'm like, you have no idea, nothing about me. Like, you've never seen me throw. And this guy, who I'm still friends with, he still coaches there. I still talk to him every year. Thurneau, he was Coach Thurneau. He answered, he's like, no one's got a spot on the team. Everyone's got to earn it. Yeah, we have some starters coming back, but they could lose it. He goes, I'm not promising you nothing. I was like, I can respect that. That's how it should be. Like, you can't just because all these places promise, and if I come in there and I don't do well, they're not just going to throw you in that spot because, oh, I promised you. You have to be able to do it. So, like, I went in there and just killed it.
Dope. I didn't even know that.
That's so dope.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Before we get out of here, we're gonna ask you a little question that I think was pretty cool that we didn't get to ask you last time. But we love certain movies, we hate certain movies. But if you can live in a movie for the rest of your life, what character and what movie would it be? Actually, I want to ask X this too, bro.
There's so many movies and characters.
I know.
To pick one.
If for the rest of your life you had to be this person, or maybe not just person, but you to be in this movie and live their lifestyle, what movie would it be?
Damn. There's so many.
X, if you have one, go ahead, drop
I'm
it.
thinking, bro. Like I don't even know right now.
The first one that came to mind, I actually don't want to use because I'm like, that would kind of be like to be in that life forever would be too long.
What is it?
Because it's like one of my favorite movies, but I wouldn't pick it. But it's what came to mind was like Inception, and I was like, that would just drive me nuts.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude, you'd be fucked, dude.
I'd be like, oh man, where am I at now?
You'd wake up with a fucking migraine every day.
Honestly, it'd have to be something like completely different, like a movie with either like a professional fighter or a rock star, a race car, like something I've never done that would just be cool. Because that's how I get into movies, anyways. I'm like, I watch movies and I get so into them that I'm like anytime I finish like Fast and Furious, I'm like, I want to start driving cars.
Yeah.
Like movies manipulate my mind and what I want to do with my life. So I get so involved that I'm like, even watching like Yellowstone, I'm like, I think I could be a rancher.
Hey, you can even go TV shows, bro.
I'm like, what have I been doing my whole life? I need to be a rancher.
You can even go TV shows if you want, bro.
Dude, it doesn't matter what I'm watching. I'm like, I want to do that next.
Yeah.
I get too into it. But a
That's
good
funny,
character. I mean, to be Batman would be cool.
Hey.
But Christian Bale Batman, you know.
Hey, Tony Stark would be fire. I would like to be Iron Man.
I never liked a Tony Stark.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite Avenger, bro. Thanks. Who you got, X? Where you at?
You know, I really don't know. Like I enjoy all kind of movies. So like,
you know who I can imagine you being is fucking Doofy from Scary Movie.
It's on my fingers.
I cleaned my room.
The vacuum.
Doofy, what's that smell? My ass.
Did you guys pick one before?
We did, but what did we say? Oh, you said Goonies, right?
Oh yeah.
You said Goonies. Yeah.
It's going.
My favorite movie. As I get to go on an adventure all the time, I'd find treasure. I get to eat ice cream.
You know what I would do would be like some White Collar. Have you ever seen the show White Collar?
No, that's on my list of shit I need to watch.
Dude, like I'm a history guy. Like I love history.
Oh.
And the way they do like history, they do like paintings and stuff. I would love to like work in the white collar division and fucking look at old paintings and try to get people for forgery and shit. I think that'd be sick, bro. That'd be dope.
I do have my answer.
All right, let's hear it.
Because it's like my favorite show, and every time I watch it, I'm like, that'd be sick.
The Office.
No.
Oh.
Like I used to watch this show at a time where like probably at the perfect time. I was like probably like 23 to 25, and I watched this show, and I'm like, the show just gave me confidence to like go out and just like do all these things, and it was Entourage.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, dude, that's such a baller life. Like you got your boys, you go here. I mean, it's probably not like that every day, but that show made it look so much fun. I'm like, I'd watch that show. I'm like, I'm going out tonight. And I'm even fire games.
Even that show, the one with The Rock, Baller or whatever it's called.
Ballers.
Yeah, it's kind of like it was kind of like that lifestyle that
was cool. I just don't think I would ever want to deal with athletes.
No, yeah,
I don't like dealing with athletes
I
now.
think for me, Tony, if I was gonna go like movies, I would probably say like Harry Potter. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think that'd be dope as fuck. You know, just spells all the time. That'd be sick. If I was gonna go series though, I really think probably like Game of Thrones.
See, I as much as I love you,
stressful. Someone's always trying to kill you.
Exactly, dude.
I don't trust people as it is. So I think you're gonna cross me, I'm gonna stab you in the chest. It's all good,
dude. You would be fucking on edge. Like you literally sleep with one eye open, dude.
If I could do it, I'd go back to like the gangster days where you just got away with everything, being
everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just could just. I'm like, that would be so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I just have to bully some people and not like, dude, those guys are shooting people, this, that. No one. Oh, yeah, they're just gone.
The cops show
No way
up
to find
like
them.
2 hours later. What happened here? Well,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here to collect money for what? Just because you work here and this
Yeah.
is for it.
yeah.
What is your favorite movie or sorry, what's your favorite TV show of all time? Zach?
Dude, Entourage is up there.
What about you, X? What is yours?
You know what? All time favorite show, that I could like really just watch over and over again and still never ever get old was Spartacus, bro.
Really? That was a great
love
show.
watching Spartacus. That shit. I think I've watched it like 6
Never
times.
seen it. Should I watch it?
Dude,
Yes.
yes. It's
What's
really
it
good.
about?
Yeah, like so
Spartacus.
back in. Yeah, it's about a gladiator.
I think it's on HBO sorry, Max.
I know it was on Stars back in the day. I don't know what it's on now.
I think it's on Max. I'll look it up. Go ahead. X.
But Spartacus is like he was a free man during like Roman times.
Yeah.
But then he was enslaved by the Romans to be a gladiator, and then he freed himself and he kept freeing all these other slaves, and they fought against the Roman Empire.
I see it here.
Yeah, dude, it was an amazing show.
It's like on Prime Video now. It says
Oh, it's on Prime.
amazing.
Okay. I know Rome is on HBO too.
it started off on Stars.
Yeah, that's when I watched it. Shit, it came out. I was like 8 or
Have
9.
you watched House of the Dragon, Zach?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
New one's supposed to come out soon, right?
June 16th.
Now, because I watched them so like closely together, and now it's been a break, I'm like, it's probably going to be a good one to rewatch to like fully know what's going. Because this is what always happens. Like I watch a show, I binge what like I watch it. I like when they come out weekly because you remember more rather than like you watch 3 episodes in a day and you're like, I don't know what happened, but I know where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And I like watching the shows in real time. I think it's more enjoyable, but when you have this year break and then it comes back and then I go, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Like, so I almost prefer, as crazy as it sounds, like if but I can't wait either. I'm like, knowing that I like House of Dragon, I'm like, I want to wait for 5 seasons to come out and just binge the shit out of it.
Binge the shit out of it, yeah. And that's what I do.
Then you're like, I can watch at my pace. I know what's going on. And you don't have this like. That's how I got out of Ozarks. Like Ozarks, I remember first season. I was like, this is so sick. Crushed it. Had to wait for second season. Tried to watch the second season, but didn't rewatch the first season. Just watched like the little recap started, and I was like, I'm lost. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Never
I gotta
got
watch
into it.
Ozark.
Now there's like 4 seasons, and people say it's great. I'm like, I can't get back in it because I don't want to rewatch season 1, but I don't understand season 2.
Yeah. I gotta.
You know what's pissing me off right now? A lot of shows are doing is they're taking a mid-season break.
Yeah, there's so many seasons, so many shows do that.
Yeah, why are you doing that now? Like
That's how I got out on Yellowstone because they took a break. And this is where it gets bad. Yellowstone took a break, but they had Yellowstone going and they had the spin-off like 1980 whatever going.
Yeah.
oh, is that with like Harrison Ford?
Yeah. I was watching
Yeah.
both because they were airing on different times. I was like, perfect. I got 2 different shows. I know what's going on. They both take a break. They come back lost. I go, I don't know what's happening in which one or where I'm at.
See, I don't like that. I don't like when there's like spin-offs, especially like a close spin-off where they're like it could match each other. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense to have that kind of spin-off on air.
Yeah, running at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they do that with what's that the biking show? Or was that after the Mayans?
Sons of Anarchy.
Was that the same time or was that after?
After.
What's the zombie one? With the zombies.
Walking Dead.
Oh,
Dead?
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Walking Dead,
Oh.
and they did.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, and it was going at the same time. It got confusing, and I stopped watching both.
I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know the
Exact same
difference.
formula.
Yeah,
I had
the
to read
Walking
it.
Dead though
What
was
the
just
fuck?
fucking.
But I heard like Fear of Walking Dead. It was like it was a cool concept. This is how it started, and I always heard that like it was gonna run into it. Don't know if it ever did, but even Walking Dead, I loved it for so long, and then every once in a while, someone like they're making money, and they have a good show, and then they just prolong it, even though I don't want the show to end, but they do something that you're like, oh, that sucks. And that's what happened with
our last podcast.
Dead. Like a season happened, and I was like, I'm not even into it anymore.
Yeah, that's what they did with the what's the one where they're all like doctors, Scrubs.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I thought you were saying Grey's Anatomy.
I still watch Grey's Anatomy.
Is that shit good? Like everyone always swears by that
Most of it's
show,
pretty
Grey's
good.
Anatomy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just
Yeah.
I binge out, dude. I don't know what happens. I'll watch it for like a month or two straight, where like that's all I watch, and I'm locked in. And then one day I go, I don't want to watch it anymore, and I take a break. But with Grey's Anatomy, because I could always come back and be like, jump right in and be like, oh, I know where I'm at.
You ever watch House?
House?
Yeah.
House is good.
House was good. I
Dude,
didn't.
I need stuff to watch because I have fucking.
They prolonged House, I think, too. But it's a good show. You would like House if you like Grey's Anatomy.
Wait, so when does all right, let me look at House.
Yeah, House. It's another
First thing,
doctor.
House of Dragons.
It's another doctor TV show. It was a great show. I don't like the way it ended. It was
House
weird.
Show. House.
Yeah, it did end weird, but
Yeah.
it was tolerable, way better than Scrubs. My favorite show, though, I think if I had to choose something to keep watching, is The Sopranos. I love that. Love that show.
I never finished that one either.
Oh, dude, I've watched it like 6 or 7 times. So good.
Oh,
Or Bluey.
But see, like now, Sopranos, I got so deep. I probably got midway through all of it and stopped. And now, if I were to start there, I'd be like, know what's going on. If I start from the beginning, I'm like, I remember this. I remember this. I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Zach, this is what I want you to do, bro.
When's House of Dragons season 2 come out?
June 16th.
June. So I need to start watching the other one like
Now.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but it took me like 3 or 4 tries to get through it.
Yeah. See, I that's one of my favorite shows. But listen, that's what I want you to do.
Watch that.
Go if once you're done with House of the Dragon, or if you're gonna start season 1 again or whatever. There's a TV show I want you to watch. All right, it's on Netflix. It's called The Last Kingdom. I don't. Most likely you never heard of it because a lot of people I mention it to, they're like, except for X, but
It's on my list.
it's on Netflix. It's called The Last Kingdom.
I see it.
It's one of my favorite TV shows, especially because I
This
like
is
that.
why I didn't get into Game of Thrones. I normally don't like things that take place in that era, and that's why it was so hard for me to get into Game of Thrones. But when I did, I got it. But with these shows, like just looking at it, I'm like right away. I'm already like, I have to be hooked right away. And if it starts off slow, I'm not gonna pay attention.
It actually starts quickly. It's very right away.
Like people like Vikings. I'm like,
I was just gonna say Vikings. So slow.
Couldn't get into it. Peaky
It's
Blinders.
good though.
Slow, too long.
Oh, I love Peaky Blinders too.
Peaky Blinders did get a little slow for me. I still need to finish
because the final episode of season 1 was
fight,
okay,
and
they don't fight, and then I go, I'm not watching it anymore. I watched this whole time for them to fight, and they just stopped.
Yeah. But if you like Vikings and stuff like that, and
I didn't like. I watched one episode of Vikings, couldn't do it.
Yeah, watch. Tell me what you think about this show, because it's one of my.
Then it's like, isn't this one almost looks just because of his hair and stuff like The Witcher? Was it The Witcher people kind of liked?
It's not. No. It's very different from The Witcher.
Just looks like
this is I think what Vikings should have been.
Yeah. You'll like this character, the main character.
Did you ever watch Firefly?
No.
I always see
that.
that.
I have another answer of who I would play for the rest of my life. Dexter.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dexter's on my top 5 list.
Another show I didn't finish. I got to like 5-6 seasons, and I was like,
I've seen that probably like 10 or 12 times. Love that.
See, I don't know why. I if I watched it now, I might like it, but I didn't at first. I didn't like it.
It's so good.
I don't like it at all. I know one of my favorite movies that no one ever talks about is Prison Break. Prison Break was such a good fucking TV show.
Prison Break
that show's really good.
That show was fucking phenomenal. I remember
they dragged it on too long.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, they did.
And then they did the movie, and it got weird.
Yes, exactly.
First 2 seasons, incredible.
Yep.
And then
I had dreams.
They get away. They're caught. And
I had dreams about this fucking show, dude. Like I had dreams that I was escaping from prison. Like that's how good the show was. You know, a show's good when you're fucking dreaming about it in real life. It's fucking nuts. But
Go ahead.
oh, good. No,
I was gonna say, did you ever watch the Sherlock?
Yes,
How was it?
it was good. I like that kind of. It's with
Detective.
Cumberbatch. What's his name?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
There you go. It was with him, right?
Yeah.
Do what?
Dude, phenomenal Sherlock, dude.
What are you into?
Phenomenal Sherlock. Like it's one of those characters where you don't see it. Like you don't see anyone else playing that kind of Sherlock the way he did.
You guys
It went on
watched
for a long
Physical 100?
What's it called?
Physical 100?
Is that a porno?
They just came out with their second season. It's on Netflix. It's a Korean,
Oh yes.
it's like a Korean fitness show where they're like competing. Reality. It's a Korean.
Yes, I haven't seen this though, but I seen it. You said it's on Netflix, right?
I crushed the first season. They just came out with the second season. I've been watching it. Not as much as I was into the first season, but it's super entertaining. I'm like, dang, that looks fun.
Yeah.
I even after this, I want to go on like a reality. I want to like try out or like send in a thing for like Survivor or something.
Don't you have like an agent or something? You could just call, be like, "Hey, can you get me on Survivor, bro?"
Probably not that type of agent, but
No. All right. Manager? You don't have a manager?
no, I'm not big time.
Bro, you would kill on those, dude. Bachelorette, dude, it'd be the best season, bro. Best season.
I don't like guys that, and this is why some friends.
I know you don't like guys.
You should go on the show. Like, no, I'm talking about like, all right, one girl, 30 dudes. I'm just gonna argue with them.
Oh,
Not saying I'm going for the count.
You said
that's not what I
you
meant.
said I don't like guys. I was like,
There's
what?
gonna be 30 guys. Like, people are like,
There's gonna be 30 guys.
Producers pick because you're just like, I say what people are saying like directly, and I'm like,
Yeah.
You could pull off Survivor though. Like they look for people like you to play on Survivor. Like you are Survivor, dude.
that's what I'm hoping.
Hey, what's that one show that they had on MTV where
Amazing
they had,
Race?
No.
I always want to go on the challenge.
The challenge. There you go. That's
I watched
what it
that.
was.
I watched every season of that one. I'm like, that's the one I really want to go on, but they only take you if you've been on another show.
Gotcha. Okay.
So-
What's the Nickelodeon show where you have to like? Remember, you had your different teams and you had to go through the Hidden Temple. Hey, dude. Remember the Hidden Temple? And then you had to talk to that fucking big ass golem dude. They're bringing that back, but it's for
I wouldn't right now.
Right?
We don't know what that temple did too.
We don't know what was done in this temple, bro.
Have you all watched it yet?
No.
Watch
Finished episode 1 the other day.
The Quiet on Set thing.
What's that?
It's about all the Nickelodeon child actors getting
Diddied.
Diddy?
yeah.
Yep.
Did
Bro,
it?
you know what I just realized? All the Diddy stuff came out, and Kanye's like Kanye's most recent biggest song, which is what's it called? Anyways, in the lyrics, it like talks about. He says, I just looked it up the other day. Bill Cosby. He talks about it was like Bill Cosby, someone else, and Diddy, and I was like, bro, this was all before the Diddy stuff came out. And I'm like,
Probably Oprah.
probably no. He didn't say Oprah. I forget who the other name was. And you guys don't know the song I'm talking about? It's like his biggest song on that new album.
Who
kind of stopped listening
I
to
only listen to the Kanye songs with my boy on the beat.
Whose song? Who's the singer or who did the song?
Tony got it. Tony didn't get it.
I got it. I just
With my favorite. Carnival
what?
is number one song.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it?
No, dude, drum kits are too crazy on that.
You never heard it?
And we're canceled.
Yeah. Copyright.
Dude, Kanye is the motherfucker that would for that 1 second.
Yeah, for that 1 second.
Yeah.
What? Oh, like come after you for playing.
Yeah,
the
be a
song?
little fucking bitch about it.
Here, I'm looking up.
We're probably gonna get it because we're just saying his name.
Yeah, probably.
No, that's not his name anymore, is it? Then you change it?
Okay, Meta World
Oh,
Peace.
It's
just
He says it here, and this song came out a couple months ago. He goes, now I'm Ye Kelly bitch. Now I'm Bill Cosby bitch. Now I'm Puff Daddy rich.
So is he saying that he's doing it now?
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
But you never, and of all these things that come out, he's never on any of the lists or did any, like.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, did you know
he's one of the richest?
Now more conspiracy, like people are trying to tell me that like Justin Bieber made Yummy Yummy because he was trying to tell people like he was molested and stuff, and I was like, dude, you guys are gonna ruin everything.
Fuck, dude.
I think it's funny because there was supposedly a video of Justin Bieber
Yummy
doing some yummy to somebody else, where Diddy was
Not
involved.
dude, I've been a believer my whole life. Don't bring.
He said a believer.
I've been a believer since the beginning.
Oh God! Hey, you know, Biggie Smalls was in Cross-eyed, right?
Shut up!
I don't even get the joke.
He just had to keep one eye on Diddy the whole time.
So did Diddy kill both of them? Pac.
Please end the cast now.
I think. Did you hear they're reopening the case for his wife? Diddy's wife.
Whose wife?
Diddy's.
Who's his
There's
wife?
Oh yeah.
She died from how'd she die? Died something. It was like weird. Something was weird.
Yeah, it was something weird.
Not to look
but
at
like they think like he killed her. Yeah.
Or got her.
Damn, dude. Well, before this podcast gets out of hand, bro, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Zach, appreciate you coming on, brother. Always a pleasure talking with you. Good luck for the rest of your time in Mexico.
We'll have to do a checkup, do another one.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. And we do like I said on my other YouTube channel, Bad Thought Studios, we do movies and TV stuff on that channel. So if you ever want to hop on there, just let me know. We also talk Candid talks UFC on his channel. So if you're ever into that, hop on there too.
Maybe some wrestling. What's your ick? Boys that like wrestling.
I have a buddy that just started doing like a whole he was a baseball player. Now he's doing like UFC talks and bets and picks, and now he's even doing jiu-jitsu, like training jiu-jitsu. He's like full all in on UFC and like I think doing a channel on it as well.
Well, send him my way.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, bro. If good luck with the rest of the way, and if you could tell the people listening on where they can find you on social media.
All of them.
All I know, but what's the name here?
ZACGROTZ, Zach Grotz, no space, no dashes, no nothing. Simple. I don't go on Twitter anymore because I think I'm locked out of it. Yeah, I'm locked out. Can't get in. Don't remember the password. I gave up. Twitter
call you on
to like deal with. All right, I guess it's X. I don't know what people call it.
Do you have TikTok, by the way?
I think I have the app. I don't think I posted anything. I don't watch it anymore.
You don't?
I don't go on there, but it exists on my phone.
He said it exists.
It won't exist much longer. It's fine.
I know.
I was big on it when it was called Musical.ly. I was one of the first adapters.
You're one of those dancing in the fucking camera. But yeah, Zach, appreciate you coming on, bro. Always a pleasure. X, thank you for coming on, man. Always.
I got him here. No one else.
You can tell the people where they can find you on social media, please.
Xrod TV, Xrod_TV on all platforms. Yeah, get on there. Tell me if you like the A's, because if you do, you just don't like baseball.
Damn. Anyways, you can find me at Candid Camper. I don't speak Spanish. Find the Candid Camper on every platform except for TikTok and all the other ones that I'm not on. So you can find me at YouTube. You can find me on IG with an extra R at the end.
It really does surprise me you don't have TikTok. I think you would do better.
I'm not. I don't want to get into why.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on so you guys are notified when a video is uploaded. Make sure you guys comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. If you guys want to follow me on social media, Tones_TV on all platforms.
Yeah, I'll let you.
And what'd you say?
I said, yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, Tones_TV on all platforms. Can I fucking finish? Anyways, you guys have a great
Thank
night.
you.
We'll catch you next time. Love y'all.